Kanye and Ty Dolla just actually released Vultures, their latest and first single for their new collaborative album Ye Dolla on streaming platforms. This is pretty big. We just talked about the single a couple of days ago when it got leaked, but I've seen some people talk about this and given it more of a negative review. So today I wanted to take a look at this new single and especially now also what this means for the development and the rollout of the album. So let's jump straight into this.
If you want to stay up to date with everything surrounding hip-hop, make sure to subscribe and also become a part of this community by joining our Discord server in the description.
Real quick, if you don't want to listen to this, make sure to skip 10 seconds into the future, but you can now sign up for my free newsletter with the first link in the description. It comes every Sunday and it recaps everything that's been happening in hip-hop over the past week, so make sure to do that. So Vultures was first played on that one Chicago radio station, I think 92.3 FM, that we went over in the last video when we were talking about this. They announced that they would be playing a new single from Kanye and Ty Dolla, and this came out to be Vultures. And we had this over 4-minute snippet of the track, and we had Kanye on there, we had Ty Dolla on there, obviously. We had Bump J on there, which was pretty cool to see, you know, Chicago artist, obviously. And we had Lil Durk, who I thought brought a lot of energy to the track, and I was really happy to have him there. What a lot of people criticized was the poor quality or the poor mastering and mixing of this one joint that we then kind of figured was gonna get better if we did get a full version. And now fast forward yesterday, so really random, it was a Tuesday night, they announced that this would be coming out on streaming, and it actually did. You can now go stream Vultures by Ye Dolla. We're going to talk about that a little bit more in a second, but Kanye West, Ty Dolla on Spotify, on Apple Music, anywhere. It has this album cover of this illuminating man just, you know, coming towards you. I don't know what this could mean. Let me know your interpretations of this cover in the comments. I definitely think it looks pretty good. It fits the vibe of the track with like this levitating, heavenly, divine, floating type of vibe. We don't know if that is the album cover. It could definitely be. I think it looks cool. Let me know what y'all think about this though. And what we did get is a better mastered version. This sounds better than the version we got just 2-3 days ago on the radio station. So at least that is a positive. That is what a lot of people, me myself including, were criticizing, but we kind of knew a better version was coming. What was a big letdown though is that Lil Durk got removed from the track, and I think Lil Durk actually brought a lot of energy on this. This was one of the best Durk features I had heard in a long time, and I was very excited for him to get this opportunity again, but apparently his verse didn't get cleared. They couldn't finish it in time. Whatever, Durk is not on the actual release version of the song. It's only Kanye, Ty Dolla and Bump J. I'm happy for Bump J. Really like the plug that Kanye was kind of laying there, but I'm really sad for Durk that obviously also a Chicago artist then didn't get featured on this song. I think with Durk as a feature, the song was definitely better, but also let me know what y'all think about this, because I think, you know, this was kind of a surprising thing, you know, just Lil Durk removed. It's kind of sad. Now Bump J was great though. Now a little bit talking about the song. Bump J is the first artist with a verse on this track, and I think he definitely delivers. A lot of people calling his delivery, calling his projection of his voice a little lazy, a little low energy. I get that, but all in all, I think it kind of fits the vibe of this track. It's like this very, very monumental instrumental that I really like, and then you have these artists that are kind of like very confidently then laying down those low energy type of vibes. Kanye does the same right after, so I think this fits the vibe of this thing. I get if people, you know, say that this is not what they wanted, but I think for what it is, it's pretty good. Now Kanye doesn't have a big part in this one. He does have that second verse, if you can call that, after Bump J. The last half of the track is all Ty Dolla and we kind of have a switch where we have an intro that we're going to talk about in a second, then we have a Bump J verse, then a Kanye verse, and then the last half of the track is basically Ty Dolla. At the end, we get a sample, a 3 6 Mafia sample that I kind of think fades it out pretty well. Ty Dolla definitely delivers. I think the mixing on his vocals was also substantially better than it was on the version we had gotten before. And what I wanted to say about Kanye only having a small part on there is that even though he only has that middle part of the song, the whole thing definitely feels like a Kanye song. This very grand endeavor that they're all working on, this very extensive instrumental that you can tell is inspired by a lot of the previous Kanye stuff, I think that definitely feels like a Kanye song. And I think a lot of people also said that their chemistry, so Kanye and Ty Dolla $ign, who are obviously doing this album together, wasn't that good. But just listen to the first couple of seconds. And I know people always then pull this out as an argument as well, but that first duet at the beginning of them singing, if this is only a teaser for what the album could bring, that's sounding pretty good. That first 30 seconds, 20 seconds, whatever, that is pretty good. I like that. I like the chemistry between the two of them on that. Now, what's interesting, what I talked about earlier with the release, is that they actually have created their own artist profile. It's Ye Dolla $ign. So maybe that will also be the title of the album, which I would be guessing because that's the same way that it was with Kids See Ghosts. They were called Kids See Ghosts, so Kanye and Kid Cudi, and this time around they're called Yen Dolla $ign or Ye Dolla $ign, you get what I mean? And they would drop the self-titled Ye Dolla $ign album. I think that's usually how Kanye goes about these collab albums, by dropping a self-titled project for a newly named group, and in this case it's Ye Dolla $ign. Kind of like it was with Kids See Ghosts, as I said. Now, what I also hear a lot as a response to this new single is that Kanye's quality has gotten worse over the past couple of years. You know, people talking about his 2003 to 2018 run, and after that it kind of went downhill. A lot of people always pull out Donda 2 as a prime example of that, and I can understand it with that example, but you gotta remember that Donda 2 was a mess. I know some of the material on there was pretty good, some of the ideas were good, but Kanye just giving us half-assed songs and unfinished stuff is not what we want as fans. But you gotta remember that just half a year earlier, he dropped Donda, the first Donda. And I get that that was also a mess with the whole different release parties and it being pushed back and then it dropping on a day that Kanye didn't even want it to drop. I get it. But that album, if you just take it as an album as it is right now, as you can find it on Spotify, I love that album. I think it's a little long, I think it's a little all over the place, but it's pretty good just from the content, from the material on the project. So it's not like Kanye hasn't dropped anything good in the past. It's just 2 years ago, he dropped a great project that I think over the past 2 years has grown to be one of Kanye fans' favorites. So I think Donda is the perfect counterexample to the Donda 2 example, that those people that are saying his quality has gotten worse and he's kind of mumbling, giving us unfinished stuff, that's kind of the perfect example against that. And Kanye's always been someone who's working on an album up until the last minute, The Life of Pablo being an entire mess as well, kind of comparable to the Donda situation, to be honest. But it's a whole nother discussion we could have. I know I'm kind of defending Kanye right now, and I just wanted to give some sort of, you know, counter argument against the people that are saying this new song is really bad. And I kind of understand the points they're making. If the rest of the album is just like this song, then I could also see this, you know, being a little bit worrying. But maybe this is just the first teaser and we're in for something better. At least that's what I'm hoping. But as soon as anything new happens, I'll keep you all updated. So make sure you stay subscribed. And until then, I want to know what y'all think about this. What do you think about Vultures? What do you think about this connection to the rollout, to the whole development of this album? Let me know all your thoughts you got on this in the comments down below.
If you watched this video to the end and liked it, and you want to stay up to date with all current hip-hop events and releases, make sure to subscribe, turn on notifications, hit that like button, and go follow my social media, and most importantly, join my Discord in the description. Until the next one, you'll have an incredible day, and y'all take care.